Bean might just not have a lot of testosterone. You know what I'm saying? So it causes his, you know, that might be the issue. His new fiance. That's bad when Bean, you like 15 years younger than me, Bean. And I got more testosterone than you, man. That's like Bean. Take some testy. Take some tests. What do they call that stuff with you take with steroids? I've never done it, but you have to take testosterone shots with steroids. I think we should give Bean Drip some steroids. Imagine Bean Drip on steroids. Oh my God. Yo. I think I read somewhere that like prolonged steroid use, like cones, like it cones out your head. I mean, it gives you like a really large forehead. Maybe Bean Drip's been on steroids this whole time. Why does his forehead look like a bull dolphin? Like a mahi. Not even with the extender. And that is why, listen, this is my theory right here, y'all. All right, 18 people in here, that's enough. This is my theory right here. She got the extender for Bean. Not in the way that we think, right? Because the evidence shows she still never reached the O, right? And we know from previous posts that the extender is already bought. So if the extender's there and you've never reached the O, who is the extender really for? Is it for Aaron or is it really for Aaron? I mean, come on. The evidence begs the question. The evidence at hand begs the question, Bean Drip. So was you giving it the extender or was you taking the extender? I don't know. Inquiring minds got to find out, though, because now we have this new evidence on the table. That stain probably melted it. Yo, that shit went like this, look. Oh. I gotta go back to my car, you guys. I mean, and there is even more evidence. Thank you, Melanie. Melanie brought some more evidence. I can't believe I forgot. Gabby wears the pants, owns the extender, but never reached the O-land. All of this evidence just is looking real bad for you, Bean Drip. Just saying. Just saying, this is looking real bad, man. It's not what woman in her right mind would ever even admit that. It's what man is going to continue to deal with a woman that tells everyone that piece of personal information. That is the real question. And who is the extender really for? We got 2 questions I need to answer, Bean Drip. And you got 24 hours. I'm just playing. Daily. He emasculates himself, though. Let me tell you how he does that to himself. Oh my God, look at this big ass rabbit, y'all. Holy shit. Hold on, time out. Look at that thing, y'all. Hey, look at the rabbit. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Are you friendly? Look at him, he's moving his ears, y'all. He hear me. He looking at me too. That is not a wild rabbit. It can't be a wild rabbit. That's somebody's friend. That's somebody's pet, y'all. We can't just let him stay out here. Should we knock on the door and find out? Hey, how much cash you got, villain, for that thing right there? No, I'm just playing. That's a pretty bunny, though. And you can't... Yo, I would never even have seen it, like, because it was, like, blended in, like, with the dead grass. Like, you can't even barely see them. Look, y'all, like, look, I'm going to show y'all. Hold on. Look, right? And if I go like this... Now, look, I got to zoom in, like, really, like... Should I tell them? Should I knock on their door? All right, I'm gonna put the phone down when I do that though, because they might think something weird or something if I'm with my phone, you know. Hold on, I'm gonna go knock on their door. I saw it about you. Is that your rabbit? Yeah, he got out. Oh, she's a free range?
Yeah, she
doesn't. Okay, yeah, no worries. I just wanted to make sure you know because I, you know.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
She's not supposed to go off the road, but she kind of goes around the yard.
She just does what she wants, huh?
Well, I don't know. She's used to being out.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. In this neighborhood, I'd be afraid a tweaker would steal it and try to sell it. More than a dog would get it. I'd be afraid that like a meth head or a tweaker would get their, you know? Yeah, I mean, at least we found out, at least we got to the bottom of it, you know? At least we got to the bottom of it because then all of us, all 19 of us would have been sitting here all night long wondering what happened to the Easter Bunny, you know? Yeah, right. You called me the other day freaking out because your cats got out. You called me the other day talking about the cat got out. I don't know what to do. I said, yo, Margaret, you got a Apple thing on them cats, don't you? Your neighborhood ain't that good either, Margaret. You don't live in I mean, it's not a terrible neighborhood, but it's not nearly as bad as mine, but they always put sober houses right in the middle of the projects, y'all. I swear to God, it's crazy as shit. And then they want y'all to stay sober, but they drop the sober house right in the projects. I'm talking about like across the street, you know? Oh, I thought you had them both air tags. Next to the trap, always. It's crazy, man. They just hit it the other day, though. You should have seen. They just hit it the other day. It was on the news and everything. It's in a terrible area, for real. Why do they do that? But I ain't gonna lie, if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere, for real. Just like Jay-Z said, if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. You can make it here in Daytona, as far as like sobriety goes, and stay sober. Like you can make it anywhere, because this place is the fucking graveyard, boy, for real. It's the same way in PA, Smitty. Yeah. But I mean, to be honest with you, low income housing is the most profitable for these like recovery projects that are like for profit. You know what I mean? So like, of course, you know, financially speaking, it would be the best idea to put them in a low income, like a low income neighborhood. Houses are a lot cheaper. The state totally turns their head. Listen, I'm from Florida. I'm from South Florida, which, if you ever follow the news about the recovery scene in South Florida, you will know. By God, the damn FBI contacted me and Villain from the places that, you know, she was staying at, and it was crazy. The Recovery Coalition Task Force in South Florida is real. For real. They don't play about that shit down there no more. Hey, Two of a Kind, thank you for the follow. At first, I didn't know if he was following because he was going to make videos about me and hate on me, which I don't really care anyway. Everybody know that, but I wasn't sure at first, but I appreciate the follow. California's bad. Hey, I also thank you for the heart me. California's bad too, and now Nevada's bad with like the loose ruling, like the loose rules and regulations for sober living it's ridiculous, man. It's bad in Cali, but it's getting bad in Nevada too. It all started in SoFlo. You think so? I feel like when Dax got on there and was like, you know, like, remember, come to Malibu, you know, like, whatever that commercial was. I feel like Cali was there first. I think Florida just kind of like turned it into like a wholesale operation, you know. Somebody in Florida, I believe Kenny Chapman, figured out how to like put it on a large scale and scam on a large scale. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. And he had a network of like treatment centers and halfway houses and stuff. Hey, what's up, D-Mac? I appreciate the heart me, D-Mac. Well, like I said, Kenny Chapman like figured out how to like put it on a large scale and like really organize the scam and put it on a large scale operation. Multiple houses, multiple centers, multiple insurance frauds going at one time. But like before that, it was probably happening, yeah. But like when he did it to a scale that was like millions, and they were like, hold on. Right, 3-4 times a week, $1,200 a pop. Okay, because they were charging like $1,200 per UA. I was starting to store pee in my room, and that shit valuable. It seemed like, you know, like, oh, man. South Florida was so corrupt when it came to the treatment and like the recovery industry. It was so corrupt, y'all. It was rampant, man. It was just insane. Co-ed, listen to this. Co-ed halfway houses, co-ed treatment centers, co-ed detoxes. When South Florida started that, are there any history buffs in here? I love history. Do y'all remember after World War II, the baby boom? Because when all the soldiers came home and, they were getting it, you know, the baby boom in like the 40s, early 50s. In South Florida, they had so many co-ed halfway houses that I call it the recovery baby boom. For real. Because, let me tell you, when these were like low-key brothels, you got people that are new to recovery just trying to get sober, just trying to get to the next minute in here with other folks, and there's girls and guys. Could you imagine the drama? Yeah, they created a task force. And when they did that, they did away with a lot of it, you know. But still, could you imagine the drama? Like, you know, this girl fucking this girl, this dude fucking his homeboy bitch. Like it's crazy, yo. But hey, I've made it to my car, and I'm on like 2% battery. I didn't even realize. But yeah, do your homework on South Florida Recovery Coalition Task Force, Kenny Chapman. It's a hell of a documentary. So check it out, man, if you get a chance. But I'm at my car, and we're going to try a different dog park tomorrow night, you guys, I think. So, all right, y'all. Have a good night. But I'm at my car, and we're going to try a different dog park tomorrow night, you guys, I think. So, all right, y'all. Have a good night.